Hi team, Anna here, makeup creator, teacher, and educator specifically for people with hooded eyes, oily and textured skin, as well as 30 plus skin. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. You guys, we have so much new stuff to try out. I haven't done one of these in a while, but there's so much fun stuff coming out. Makeup, eyeshadow palettes that could not even fit in here, a ton of complexion stuff. I am so excited to dive right into it and do a full face of new, potentially viral makeup. But yeah, we even have a new Natasha Denona foundation coming up. I think it is going to be in my possession either today or tomorrow. Either way, I do think that you're gonna see that review go up before this video. So you probably have seen that. If not, check it out. And then also another Makeup by Mario foundation. So I don't have either of those, but I do have a new foundation to try out today. Anyways, so many exciting products. I was like trying to pick and choose something that I did not already review in the short form content, or something that is so exciting that I do want to share on here as well. But mostly like super new products that I have not tried yet myself. So we're gonna start out with brows, which I never do on camera. I always use the same stuff, but Anastasia has come out with a new product, which actually they didn't sent me info on it, I don't think. Okay, there is a little bit of information here. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and they're so known for their brows. Like, their brow products are iconic. MicroStroke brow pen. Drawn on, never looks it. Redesigned with a finer brush tip for hair-like precision, no ink overflow, just effortless control. Features a built-in spoolie, we love that, for seamless blending and definition. The ultimate brow available in 9 shades. So I picked out soft brown just because, as far as I remember, this is my shade in the Anastasia whole line. So this is what a product is looking like. MicroStroke brow pen. It looks very luxe, very gorgeous. We have two different things here. So one is the pen, and then the other one is a spoolie. I like it. It looks really cute. So it's one of those like marker things, which technically like I'm not the best at using those, just because I don't think I know how to use those like correctly, and I think I have too much brow hair to pull those off, but sometimes I do enjoy them. There was one from Benefit, there was one from L'Oreal, I believe, that I enjoyed, and Maybelline too. So, and I do trust Anastasia, especially with brows. So let's go ahead and try. Okay, the brow is soft. Yeah, the soft brown is like light, but honestly, I like that it's not as dark. It's adding some volume, and I'm just kind of drawing some where I need a little bit more hair, like where it's more sparse. Ooh, it's a little ticklish. It's very precise, gorgeous, like very hair-like. I feel like if people struggle with having enough brow hair, this would be a really, really good product. It's also a more natural brow, which I'm honestly trying to get to a point where I do like a more natural brow. Don't get me wrong, I'm not doing the 2016 carve out type of situation. I don't do that, but I typically do like accidentally almost a really dark brow. All right, take a look right there. We have nothing on this side, and I have the product on this side. It is a very fast and quite mess-free product. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it a lot. I'm gonna actually do a coat of their brow gel. This is their brow freeze gel, which is also one of my faves, a really, really good one. And then do the other brow and come back for actually eyes. We're starting with eyeshadow today. Definitely keeping this pen. Where did I just put it? The brow pen. Oh, there you go. On my vanity, I love how easy this is. This is actually stunning. I'm traveling next week. I'm packing this with me. The brows look so good. You guys, let's do the eyes. So I have the new palette from Nomad Cosmetics, their Halloween palette for this year. And this is going to be the Salem, Massachusetts location, which is so exciting, and it's called Witch City Salem. This is the outer packaging. It is just so gorgeous. A little sneak peek. I believe I have a code with them. I mean, I know I do. I believe it's Anastasia 10. If not, I guess Anastasia 10. I'm not Anastasia Beverly Hills. My code is Anastasia 10. If not, it's on the screen. But yeah, let's take a look at the palette. Ooh. Yeah, the packaging is absolutely out of this world. Do you see that? Isn't that stunning? I'm obsessed. I love Nomad eyeshadow palettes. I love their color stories. I love their qualities. I love the message behind them. It's just incredible. I have already used this palette once, just kind of off camera, playing around with some of these shades. And I'm thinking we're not gonna lean green today either. I kind of want to go to explore maybe this purple. Yeah, we'll see, but this is such a gorgeous, stunning Halloweeny palette. I really love the shades. There's a ton of really impactful, gorgeous shimmers, really beautiful variety of mattes, also having some neutrals, a ton of color. Obviously, I love how impactful some of these shimmers are, like this one. And yeah, it's a really stunning palette. It's not a palette review video, so I'm not going to be swatching all of this, but I will be creating a gorgeous, stunning look. I think I'm going to start though by using a pencil as a guide, because I want to do something graphic, beautiful, and more like a complex look. So I have these metallic eyeliners from Smashbox. They came out a while ago, but I haven't had time to play with it. Should we go for brown or burgundy one? They have 4 shades. Some of them are like green and golden. They're quite fun, and they're supposed to be like waterproof and like really, really long wear. So that's what I'm trying to see. That's actually true. Oh, these are cute. So yeah, we have the burgundy one. Oh yeah, that looks so nice. Dark enough too. And then the brown one. Maybe brown would even work better as a as a layer before eyeshadow. I feel like that could work better. These are very creamy too. I'm gonna let it sit and then see if it actually stays when I'm trying to get rid of it. All right, let's do a little bit of a graphic situation here. I have eye primer on my lid and a bit of concealer. So we're gonna start on the outer portion. Actually, I do need a teeny tiny brush to help me blend out all of this madness. Is this gonna work? Yeah, this is by What's Up Beauty. So I'm gonna do this. This is lovely, creamy, and pigmented, and I'm here for it. I'm actually loving it. Doing a bit of a wing liner and immediately blending it out. And I'm not trying to be precise or anything. This is going to be an eyeshadow base, so kind of like messy, you know. It's totally fine because we're going to go in with eyeshadow on top of all of this. So I'm applying kind of a thick layer and blending it out immediately with a teeny tiny brush, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the inner portion, but keep it more graphic right through here. Maybe let's see if this is going to work out, and then kind of blend out the edges but not the upper border. Yeah, I feel like we need to go higher on the outer portion. Because my eyes are hooded, I just need to place the eyeshadows that much higher for the color to be visible. That's so easy to blend and so pretty, and I adore this. Even though I'm not a fan of metallic eyeliners, I just don't understand the purpose of them. But this works as a base, and we're gonna set it with matte eyeshadows anyways. So yeah, this is actually really pretty. I'm gonna grab another small brush and start working with eyeshadow. Maybe let's do this purple. I'm just like drawn to it. It is called Salem Commons, and we're gonna start kind of setting what we just created with purple. This is such a pigmented and like bright, like almost neon color. I love it. The pigmentation on Nomad is always out of this world. I'm literally just setting it and kind of blending the edges a little bit and adding a little bit into the blend. I'm gonna get a fluffier brush, and the lighter shades in this palette are kind of gray or even like super warm, like orange. So I'm actually gonna grab my bronzer, the powder bronzer that I'm using. This is also a semi-new product, a powder bronzer from Anastasia. It's a really, really nice one. And I am going to actually get that into my crease and blend out the edges this way. It's actually a really good trick if you don't have like a brown or neutral shade in your palette or in front of you. I'm just gonna do a little bit of that to add that into the blend, and then get a really, really tiny brush and the black eyeshadow color, which is right here in the corner, and this one's called Witch City. Love the shade names here. And that I'm gonna add right on the lash line. Ooh, that is a pigmented black. I love seeing that. So just to darken everything right through here, that is actually so pigmented. Wow. Oh, accidentally went into purple. That is crazy pigment. That's a really good black. I really, really don't. It's a pet peeve of mine when it's a black eyeshadow or it's supposed to be black but it's actually deep brown. I'm like, ugh, I need it to be black. So good. So good. Yeah, I did the same in the inner corner. Just look at how much depth that brought to me. I feel like I need more bronzer. I don't know, or should I just go into this gray? I'm gonna try a little bit. I'm gonna use this one right here. It's called Spirits and Spells. I actually don't know any references. I don't think so. And I am just going to add a little bit of that because maybe this won't look or pull too gray. Yeah, actually on top of that bit of bronzer, it's pretty nice. And I'm gonna grab a smaller fluffy brush and go back into the purple shade to add that on. Don't be afraid to go back and forth into the shades that you've already used to create a color depth that you crave. You guys, look at how gorgeous that is. Stunning, stunning, stunning. All right, I actually think that for the waterline we would want a black, and Smashbox doesn't carry it, but so far the eyeliners, they're really good. They are really good. They're not going anywhere. That's what we love to see. All right, let's pop a shimmer in the center of the lid, but I have a surprise. I actually have the new Tower 28 cooling, I didn't know they were cooling, shimmer sticks in front of me. The Nomad shimmers are outstanding, but I really wanted to try one of these. Look at how cute this little box is, and these are new by Tower 28. I just love the colors that they chose. It's not just, you know, brown and pink. It is brown and pink and peach. But I mean, there's colorful shades here, and I love it. This is going to be a water-based cooling and soothing eyeshadow shimmer stick that lasts all day and parties all night. And it's suitable for sensitive eyes. And here are all of the shades. Oh, which one do I want? I want pink. Who am I kidding? I'm just gonna go with the shade Avalon, maybe? Let's look at it in the like in the stick and see if we want to go with this one. So it has a little plastic cover for the tip, just like the Denona Myrix one. Yeah, this one looks a little too warm for my liking, so we're gonna go with the lighter shade. I don't think I posted like a long form video on those Denona Myrix sticks. Those are something, let me tell you. They're absolutely gorgeous. Let's try Roxy. But I have no doubts that these are gonna be just as amazing, so I'm really pumped to try these out. I like that these kind of like sparkling sticks are in right now and the brands are creating them. This is more of a champagne-y color, but we work with what we have. Look at how gorgeous that is. Oh yeah, it feels just like the Denona Myrix one. Cooling, kind of watery, liquidy. I mean, it's not watery or liquidy, but it feels like you apply water, but it's a little bit less intense sparkle. I gotta say that. It's gorgeous, but a little bit less than those crazy metallics from Denona. All right, let's apply this through the center. Oh, that's applying so easily though. I absolutely love it. I love this. I'm gonna actually kind of drag it upwards with my finger. That's a stunning shade. Very neutral though, but oh well, it is what it is. That's what I picked. Don't come for me. What a beautiful, easy eyeshadow look. I literally cannot. Right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna apply a little bit of black eyeliner in my waterline. Or should we do dark gray? I've never tried this one. This is by Buxom. Is it gonna be crazy? No, we're doing dark gray. I'm just gonna apply it all over my lower lash line. It's pretty. It's really pretty. This is just by Buxom. And then we're going to set it with a little bit of that gray and a little bit of the purple too, so that we have that cohesiveness in the look still. So I'm gonna just do the gray shade and then purple on the outer corner. I'm just going for the vibes here. There wasn't any plan for this look. I just knew I wanted purple. Just trust the process. So we're gonna get a little bit more black on that super tiny brush. This one's by Refer. I love their brushes. I'm gonna add this on the very outer portion. Ooh. We love the smoke. We love the smoke. We need inner corner liner. For that, I'm just gonna use a liquid liner, I think. I don't know. For like the more precise inner corner liner. And this is by Too Faced. But I'm not really like planning on doing an eyeliner wing with this look. I think that I'm happy with this for now. This looks stunning. All right, for mascara, there were quite a bit of mascaras that I tried recently, but like I've already tried them. I really love the new Dibs Beauty mascara, but I wanted something new for today. So Smashbox, along with their little pencils, they sent over their new Super Fan Fanned Out mascara, which is supposed to give you volume, length, and lift. Yeah, let's try it. So this isn't gonna be a waterproof one. I typically really like prefer a waterproof version of any type of mascara, but we're still gonna try it. Ooh, look at it. It's so sleek and red. Let's see. Ooh, the brush looks nice though. I like brushes like this. What is it called? Not a brush. A spoolie? Applicator? I'm not sure. Either way, I am going to apply a falsie, so it doesn't really matter, but we're gonna test this baby out. I'm honestly like more excited for the complexion products I picked up for today, but I really wanted to showcase and play some more with this Nomad palette, so I'm happy that I get to sit down and do this. Yeah, it's decent. I mean, it's definitely giving length and a bit of volume, but it's nothing to write home about. Like, it's a decent mascara. The most important for me is how it wears, and I won't figure it out by the end of this video anyways, so I might remember to I'll let you know in the caption if it wore well. It's a pretty one. It's a pretty one, not gonna lie. All right, let me pop on a lash. I'm gonna use the True Beauty lashes, which is my favorite for dramatic lashes, and come back for complexion. I'll be right back. All right, so we're getting there. I am loving the eyeshadow look, and I just applied a primer. I don't have a new one to test out. I have the Smashbox Pore Vanishing Photo Finish Primer, one of my faves. I always use one of my faves when I'm testing out a new foundation or tint product, because I want to give it the best chance to work as good as it can. So for today, we're actually trying out something really, really exciting. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, a classic, a cult favorite, a 2016 favorite. I've never tried it. And also this is the new and improved formula. I couldn't find the info. I wish they always did this little table, the old formula, the new formula, what's improved. Not really sure about that, but I know that this is waterproof, oil-free, really long wear, undetectable, medium to full coverage. Oh, there's tons of claims here. Natural finish, buildable coverage, lightweight formula. Yeah, so I love the sign of all of this. I do like my foundation to cover all of the imperfections, but be lightweight as well. That is why sometimes I opt for tints, because I like that feeling of a light product on my skin. But I've never ever tried the Born This Way foundation, so this is honestly a big moment for me. I'm so pumped. I have the shade Nude right here. Let's swatch it on the back of my hand and see what it's all about. Hopefully the shade will work out for me. They sent one shade, which is honestly good for environment. Yeah, that looks nice. I'm not really sure if I picked the shade up or if they send it my way. I forget like where I get to pick it or where they just send it to me. This looks like a good shade. This looks lightweight and not thick, but also not very liquidy. And this feels really, really thin, which I like the look of. So let's go ahead and apply it. I feel like it's actually been a while since I tried out a foundation that is like not glowy, not tint, not super lightweight, not SPF. Like the last thing I used was the Armani foundation, and then before that it was all skin tint. But I'm kind of loving this. Like it's very lightweight. I have the foundation on this side, but nothing on this side. So technically before and after. I like how lightweight this is, but it still feels like foundation. It's very thin and it's not glowy, so make sure to hydrate your skin, especially if you're on the drier side. Like my skin is super oily, so I will be just fine. But this is not very like hydrating, you know what I mean? But it's super lightweight and it looks gorgeous, and it evened out my complexion quite nicely. So let's apply it over on this side. I love this shade too. It worked out really nicely. And I just apply a tiny bit of this and then spread it, because I do like my foundation to be thin and the layer of makeup to be thin, because I go in with so many different products. Cream bronzer, concealer, cream blush, and then powder bronzer, powder. Like look at that. That took me 20 seconds and it looks so natural and so pretty. Like I'm down. I'm loving this product. I don't know what they improved. I want to know what it felt like. Like, have you used the old formula? Have you loved it? What was it like? I'm gonna assume that it was probably like thicker and less thin and lightweight, because this is what we are going for. Like as a society, we just, in the makeup industry, this is what like we enjoy. We need something lightweight, something breathable, something with better ingredients. So I'm gonna assume this is what they changed, but it is just my thoughts. I actually don't know what they changed, but it is so easy to apply, and it just kind of like sits, it kind of becomes one with the skin. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not sitting on top of skin. It feels really natural, like almost like I was born this way. This is so cheesy, but it's actually like, it makes sense to me now. It's such a good foundation. It looks really good. And don't get me wrong, it's not like your super light tint. It feels light, but like it's a foundation for sure. Just more lightweight than, say, Anastasia Beverly Hills Impeccable Foundation, you know? It's very good though. It's very good. For my oily skin, perfect. If you are normal or dry, use a moisturizer underneath. That is very hydrating. But yeah, take a look-see right here. My face with just the foundation, well, a primer, and the foundation on. I feel like it's a really nice result. It looks really natural. I used a thin layer. Obviously, like it's not a blank canvas, you know, cakey makeup. You can still see my skin and some imperfection, but that is just my goal. Like that is kind of what I like my skin to look like, still like my skin, but just evened out and better. So I'm liking this guy. I need to see what it looks like under powder though. So let's move on to a couple next steps. I think I do not have a new concealer or bronzer to try out. I'm gonna do the Denona Myricks Yummy Skin. I'm still on this guy. Love, 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 love this. I posted a test of their entire line besides the setting spray. Spoiler alert, it's coming later in this video. I did not have this when I was doing that video, but yeah, this is a really good one. And then actually Too Faced contour stick. You guys, if you like scented makeup, let me tell you, let me put you onto the Too Faced chocolate contour. It smells divine, but also the formula is amazing. The most creamy, melting, like butter cream bronzer contour you could ever find. I highly recommend this actually. All right, so I'll be right back. Okay, let's get to cream blush. I feel like we're over the cream blush extravaganza. I don't have that many to try out anymore. Granted, I do have 300 of them in my collection, and my favorite is still Rhode. Well, I like a lot of them, but like Rhode is so special to me. Today though, we're trying something new. I've had this for a while and I haven't been able to try it out. These are, I think, supposedly also a product that has been brought back. I don't know, I couldn't afford Nars 10 years ago, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, Nars brought back or reformulated or whatever their multiple, I guess there's like, yeah, I guess these are like sticks that you could use on your face and lips and whatnot. But they sent over 3 shades. I have 2 in front of me. These are so cute. So I have the shade Dolce Vita, which I'm gonna assume is going to be like my go-to shade. It's very neutral. It's mauve. It's kind of the shades that I typically gravitate towards. Reminds me of my favorite Rhode blush. And then I have this crazy purple shade, you guys, which is Trance. Look at that. It might not look as crazy on camera, but believe me when I tell you, it's purple. It probably won't work on me, but we might just as well try, right? We might just try. So we're gonna do it on this side of my face, probably. No, this one. Do I use a brush for this? I don't even know. I don't know what the formula is like. You know what I mean? It's like my first time trying something. I'm excited. I'm gonna get a brush just in case. And we're gonna start with the purple shade on the outer portion because I don't want to use a lot of it because it's not gonna look good. I cannot pull off purple blush. I know that about myself. The formula seems to be really nice and quite pigmented. Like that little bit blended really beautifully. Let me go with the Dolce Vita. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I hate when a cheek or any type of stick product says I'm made for cheeks and lips. I'm not gonna use it on lips. I have a ton of lipsticks already. I don't need another one, especially I just don't like versatile products in that capacity. I don't know if that makes sense, but like when it's a stick, I need you to just do one thing. I don't know why, it's my pet peeve. And then I'm gonna apply, oh yeah, Dolce Vita. This is my shade 1,000,000%. It's blending okay, like really seamlessly in the end, but it's taking a little bit of effort because it's not the most like creamy product. Like it's a little bit more on the dry side, which makes me believe that it's more of a blurring and long wear product, which is actually really good. Honestly, like the way it blends on the skin is unreal because not only is it not a greasy glowy mess, which some products are, but it's also very pigmented and doesn't disturb any of the layers underneath. I'm actually really in love with this. I'm loving it way more than I thought I would. Not necessarily because I don't like the brand. Nars is an iconic brand and they create such gorgeous products. I'm just like so on my like, I know the blushes I like and I'm never gonna like any other blushes, but actually this is absolutely phenomenal. This is gorgeous, especially this shade Dolce Vita. You're staying on my vanity, that's for sure. That is stunning, you guys. All right, we are ready to set the face. Not only do I have 3 new powders to try out, kind of new. I also, 2 of them are these cutie patootie minis, and the Huda Beauty one has these mini sponges. I cannot, everything is so cute. Let's start with the under eyes though. So I am a firm believer that you have to use a separate product for the skin that is as sensitive as your under eyes. I have always been using either my Pat McGrath blurring under eye powder or just something different than the rest of my face. And Laura Mercier, maybe they've heard my prayers, I don't know, but they came out with the specifically loose powder for under eyes. It's called Secret Brightening Loose Under Eye Powder. There's 5 shades total. I have on me the white one, which is like translucent, and the pink one, which is my personal preference. This is the most gorgeous formula in the world. The most gorgeous for the under eyes. I mean, it looks just like any loose powder. It's just like a smaller packaging than a regular Laura Mercier powder. The way it sets your under eyes, I mean, you will see yourself. I don't have to say anything. Am I ready to use this? Can it even fit on my finger? It's the Huda Beauty little mini micro puff. I don't know. They sent like the box of their super mini product, which are perfect for travel. And this powder is from that box. I haven't tried anything yet. I mean, it's just regular Huda Beauty stuff, but like in super mini version, which is so fun. Definitely taking that traveling with me too. Let's pick up, this looks so funny, this under eye powder. And I'm gonna tap it on the back of my hand just so there's not too much. And we're gonna start, this is actually perfect for the under eyes. Wow, we're gonna start pressing that in. Just look at that flawless, blurred, brightened finish. Like, if you have under eye like circles or darkness or anything at all, if your skin is dry, if your skin is oily, any type of skin, like this is lightweight and so absolutely gorgeous and stunning under the eye. We're gonna do a bit over here for brightening too. And I just did the under eye, and sometimes I also drag this down around the nose area because that area gets so oily, so I do a little bit of that. But that's kind of how I use this Laura Mercier powder. I do also have a code with them, it's Anastasia 20. And for the rest of the face, I will use the regular Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Cake powder, but this is the mini, it's called Baby Bake Cherry Blossom Cake Baby Bake. You guys, it is adorable. Oh, there's a little puff here. That is so cute. This is what I love most of all, like genuinely. How do I even, oh, there you go. I love when brands send over mini versions of their products because that's like the only things that I take traveling with me. Like you bet this is going to New York with me. Okay, I'm actually not gonna use this tiny thing. I need something a little bigger for the face. So I'm gonna use their original like mini sponge. And I'm gonna, again, work it on the back of my hand. And this powder is also pink, but it's just perfect for the face. And don't ask me if you could use the Laura Mercier under eye for the rest of the face. Probably you could, but like, I don't know. There's just something about the formula that is different. And I love that one for the under eyes. But look at how blurring this looks, like this product. I'm just doing one side just to show you the difference. Not only of the under eyes, the before and the after, but also the entire face. Just pressing that in. And yes, we are looking a tiny bit more ghostly right now, but we're gonna apply some powder bronzer and powder blush on top. We lost all our glow, but I got Patrick Ta, so we're gonna be fine. You guys, this is stunning. Huda Beauty, and then the finishing powder we are actually going to test out after the powder bronzer and powder blush. So take a look at the before we set the face and the after. As a person with oily skin and textured skin, this is all I need from a makeup. Just this. Okay, for powder bronzer and powder blush, I have used the products that I already have in my collection. I did use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Smooth Blur bronzer in the shade Warm Sand Vibes. It's one of my favorites, and I definitely showcased it to you guys before. And then the Rare Beauty Matte Bouncy Blush in the shade Hope. This is a really good one. I use it over powder and underneath as cream as well. So these are the guys that I use, and they're not necessarily new, so I have not shown it on camera, but looking really good. Let's bring some glow back. Like, we're looking a little too matte, a little too flat. We got Patrick Ta highlighters. You guys, this was the first Patrick Ta PR I got in my life. I did cry, I'm not gonna lie. It's stunning. I had this stunning box. Did I throw it away? Probably did. Oh my god, that was terrible of me. I should have put it up there. Next time, if there's gonna be a next time. Anyway, their new highlighter duo. So they have come out with new highlighter duos, supposedly. Well, not supposedly, I know for a fact that this is a reformulation because people were not as happy with the first launch, which is a little bit questionable. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, why did they say it's the perfect highlighter and they had to go back in the lab and remake it? Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, I tried it, and I genuinely think this is the best highlighter for textured skin in the entire world. I'm wearing it on this side, and I do it as they recommend. I apply the powder first. I use their brush and then cream on top, and it is just the most undetectable, like, not even in a way that it is subtle. It's very subtle. It's not crazy, which is a good thing about it. And also, it's not going to emphasize your texture, and I mean it. Any highlighter in the world would, and I was okay with it. But now that I found this one that actually doesn't, I'm gonna pick up the powder version. This is the shade Baby. I'm like obsessed with it. I cannot stop using it because of how good it looks on my specific skin type. I genuinely think they thought of us. Finally, somebody did. Look at how natural, gorgeous that looks. And you won't even like see my texture or anything. It just looks like a really natural glow. It's already like so well used, but I just got it. It's the only highlighter I've been using for a couple weeks now, I want to say. And then we get to the cream, and this one I'm not gonna overdo. This creates a really glassy look on your skin, so if you're a fan of that, please be my guest. For me, I just like a little bit of this to create an even more natural glowy look. Isn't that absolute perfection? Like, it's crazy how pretty that is. Oh, I wanted to do the underbrow. Is that a thing? Just to apply this under the brow, I mean. Ooh, I just picked up a ton of cream product. Oh no, we're fine. That looks so good. Like, genuinely, this is such a good product for textured skin. And I'm not like a highlighter girl. I like don't care about them. I like a couple powder highlighters. I like cream highlighters. Always emphasize my texture. I was fine with it. This one doesn't, and I'm crazy about it. All right, also what I do have, like I mentioned, is a finishing powder, which is, let me get some info on it. So I just received it in PR. This is the, oh, I don't even know how to say that. Boucle silk. Is that French? This is the airbrushed finishing powder by One Size. I got the shade Light here. This is supposed to create airbrushed silk finish, sheer dimensional coverage, 12-hour wear, available in 10 shades. This is the shade Light. This is giving Hourglass. This is giving Laura Mercier finishing powder. I love powders like this. And this is a finishing powder. Do not set your face with this. It's not made to set the face. Finishing powder is made to apply on top of your face after you applied your regular powder to finish the look, to make it look a little bit more alive, a little bit more glowy, sometimes a little bit more natural. It depends. You know, like the ambient Hourglass powders, they're all finishing powders. They're beautiful. And Laura Mercier had a light reflecting, I think, powder. That one was like that. This is giving that to me. Is there a puff here? No, there isn't. Anyways, it looks like a beautiful texture. I usually, ooh, I'm picking up a lot. I usually grab a huge fluffy brush and I apply it on my face like so in circular motions. It's just going to make all of the other layers marry, be friendly to each other, and genuinely just make it a little bit more alive. Like, if I was looking matte before this, now it looks a little bit more alive. But honestly, like, there isn't that much of a difference because I'm wearing a ton of makeup right now. If you are like more on the natural side, you just apply a tiny bit of concealer, tint, go on about your day, and then after your powder, you use this. That might like be a little bit more visible. On me, it's just not, but I like it. I enjoy the way my skin looks today, and I think that speaks volumes because we're trying so much new stuff, but I feel like it looks really, really good. Like, glowy in the places where I want it to be glowy, but then matte in the places where I want it to be matte. Okay, everything is looking really good. Let's set the face in place before we move on to the lip makeup. And I do have the new Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. Again, a bunch of words that shouldn't be going together, but that's gonna make sense, and it's gonna be the most gorgeous product ever. This is the mattifying setting spray, but they call it a powder. They call it a powder. I have proof here. I have the entire thing. There's very specific instructions to this. You need to shake it really well, spray 10 inches away from the face, and do like an XTO movement so that you reach every spot of your face, which I appreciate the instructions. And then you gotta let it dry for a couple minutes and then press it in with a puff like you would with any other powder. This is supposed to be weightless, blurring setting spray that balances skin and aids in oil control. I'm intrigued. I'm really, really intrigued. With all of their products, like the primers and their skin tint and their concealer that I'm wearing right now and that I love so very much, I feel like their innovation and their formulas are so much more different than anything from the beauty industry. I am just speechless and excited and beyond grateful that I have this in my hands right now. Yeah, so it's a blurring but hydrating all-in-one multitasking super spray. It does not feel like wet on my skin. I feel like it immediately dries down, and as you can see, it does look kind of matte. I'm using a puff with nothing on it to press that down as per instructions. My skin doesn't feel dry, but it also doesn't feel hydrated like it would with some other sprays. So if you have dry skin, this is probably not for you if you use a setting spray for hydration. But if you have oily skin, or you know, like skin that needs that blur, that needs that matte effect, I feel like this is a literal dream come true for people like us, because I really love the way my face looks like. And I am filming currently a short form video where I will put in the wear test and wear time and how it wore. If I remember, I'll put a picture up here. Hopefully the oil control is really going to be something that is there, but so far obviously I'm really enjoying it. Last on today's agenda, we have the entire new Morphe lip line. Wow. First of all, I appreciate brands that just send a bunch of neutral shades. I don't want a red, I don't want a purple, and this is all I need. Like, genuinely, this is all I want for my lips. I love the selection. I think it's stunning. They're lip liners and they're matte, soft matte lipsticks, which those I have never tried, but they look kind of sleek and kind of, I don't know, kind of luxe. They kind of look really nice and luxe and like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is cute. I love this. We'll try one of the lipsticks, but the lip liners, there's so many shades, you guys. I want them all. I want them all. I'm gonna pick up the shades that I am going to mostly use, and we're gonna swatch them. We have the shade Spiffy, which is kind of like a lighter brown. Then we're gonna shade Sweet Tea, which is their called classic and called favorite. Makeup Talk Whipped. Oh, there's so many. Sugar Pie, do we want that one? No, let's get Brulee. And then let's get Honey. And okay, I got 6 out. Let's swatch them on the back of my hand, then choose one, and then choose a lip matte lipstick. All right, so we have the shade Honey. Stunning, like stunning, literally cannot. Then the shade Makeup Talk, even more stunning. Like, they're all perfect. They're perfect. They're perfect. The shade Sweet Tea, which is that iconic, but it's kind of too warm for me, but I know people were living for this in 2018. It's just kind of warmer brown for my liking, but stunning nonetheless. Stunning. All right, shade Brulee. This is gonna be the deeper brown for me. There's deeper shades, of course, in there. Then we have the shade Spiffy, which is gonna be like, I think, a cool one, like cool toned one. They're all cool. Yeah, Spiffy is something they're all so stunning. Like, this is what I need. A million shades that are barely different. My husband will say they all look the same, but to me, they're all different and they're all perfect. The shade Whipped. This has more mauve to it, which I love. Is that all? Yes. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. We're going for that cool one. Cool toned one, I mean, Spiffy. I've been wanting to try that one. These are going to be the wooden pencils, which means that most likely they're not going to be super long wear, but I might be wrong there. I do prefer more like plastic pencils that really like are easier to apply, more creamy, they glide on, they're more long wear, but these are Morphe's signature lip liners, so I get it. This shade is perfect. That is beautiful. Absolutely love this shade. Yeah, all of these actually gorgeous, actually stunning. Let's try one of the lipsticks. Should we go for something like, yes, there's less lipsticks and some of them match like the names of the lip liners. Doesn't that look so sleek and gorgeous and stunning? So these are going to be like natural but matte. Oh yeah, very creamy. That looks a little bit too brown. Like, I wish I went for a pinkier, lighter lipstick. Should we add a gloss? Do I have a gloss to add? That is the question. I mean, a new gloss. I have the Milani one, but it's like very, very dark. Hold on. This is actually going to be perfect. This is the Lawless and Love Shack Fancy collection that they just sent over. I'm gonna try one of these. This is so gorgeous. I love their glosses. And this is the Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss. So one of my favorites, because this is just, their formula is unmatched. And this is one of the new shades. How do I get it out so that I can, oh, very easy, Anna. Bloom Heirloom. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know what Love Shack Fancy is. I'm gonna apply this gloss though. What am I doing with my life? And why is this silver? Kind of wanted something clear. Oh, it smells so good though. I love the Forget the Filler glosses. And whenever I'm using like that matte lipstick, you know, like lipsticks like that are more matte, a little bit more drying, and on my specific lips without any filler are kind of going into lines, I always go for Lawless glosses to create that smooth finish. I really enjoy this. I really love their glosses. Maybe not specifically this shade, it might not be my super favorite, but their glosses in general are my absolute favorite formula for lip filler free lips. All right, let's talk about all of the products we tried. Here's the final makeup look, you guys, and genuinely everything looks so spectacular. I don't think there was anything that I didn't like or didn't like fall in love with. Everything was kind of like really good. From eyeshadow, I always love Tower 28 and Nomad, and Tower 28 sparkles are really gorgeous, to complexion products, like the foundation was stunning. The Nars blushes blew me away completely, and the Denona setting spray as well. The lips look really nice. We pulled out this combo at the end. I feel like it looks really good, and I want to play around with more pinky shades and other shades in the collection as well to see what kind of combo is my favorite. But yeah, I'm gonna link everything I used today in the description below. If you shop through my links, you really help out my channel quite a bit. Thank you so much for doing that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you liked any of these products, if you liked any of these launches, if you picked anything up. What are you waiting for in terms of a review? Natasha Denona is coming or is already up. Same with the new Makeup by MOIRA foundation. I know I will get it in PR. I just might have to film it at the end of September because I'm going to be in the middle of September, because I'm going to be traveling for a while, but I can't wait to try that out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you so much. Let me know what you think about this look as well. I really love it. I'm living for the purple. All right, I will see you in the next one. Bye.